welcome back to another installment to Fodder. In this video, we are talking about what is probably the greatest week of Jurassic World Alive in the 2 years of its existence. That's right, it is the 2-year anniversary of Jurassic World Alive, and to celebrate, Ludia is throwing a party. Now, I do want to say before we get into today's video that there was probably a better week, and that was St. Patrick's Day, their first year, when it was just uniques galore. But ultimately, it was great for the players and bad for the arena and bad for gameplay overall. So I'm going to go ahead and say that what was initially thought to be the greatest week ever really wasn't overall the greatest week ever. But this is going to be the greatest week in their first 2 years for sure. And I do want to remind everybody that I am streaming on Twitch. Most of the time it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays are going to be geared towards tournament play. So whatever the tournament of the weekend is, you can expect me to do some gameplay footage from that. We always have a really good time, so if you're interested in seeing some like medium level gameplay, come check me out. This particular weekend, the tournament I know for a fact is going to allow epics with boosts in any level. I have a level 30 Erlico Gamma with 30 boosts in it. I am eager to take this thing back out into the tournament and show some Yoshis what is actually up. And if you want to watch all that go down, remember you can find me on Twitch. Because I don't actually have a set schedule at the moment, I am working on it, but as of right now, it's not a set schedule. Make sure you are following me on Twitter so you know when I go live. As always, links are down in the description below. And now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about this week, May 25th through May 31st. It is the two-year anniversary of Jurassic World Alive, and let me tell you, like, they didn't hold back whenever they started releasing the dinosaurs of the week, but in a good way. Since it's Tuesday when I'm recording this video, nobody really cares about Monday, so we're going to throw that aside and we're going to start on Tuesday. Your two commons of the day, Archaeotherium, I think, and Inostrancevia. Both of them are actually pretty decent. I don't know that any of them are going to be amazing if it's not like dummied down for the tournament. So if you like have epics or legendaries, these two may not really do much. But if you have a common only or a common and a rare tournament, I really suspect these two are going to be formidable opponents. Start whatever's available. They're both commons, so you shouldn't have a hard time picking up a lot of DNA regularly, but at the same time, free DNA is free DNA. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, we have the rares, and it's only 2 days this week if the calendar is correct. Remember, there's an asterisk next to all this. These calendars are often fairly wrong, but as of what I'm looking at, it says on Wednesday and Thursday, 4 really nice options. In fact, I don't really have the ability to tell you which way to go on this. The truth be told, you have Bahadosaurus, which is a park-only spawn, makes a nice hybrid. And if I were forced to rank these, I would say this would probably be number 4 on my list. At the same time, I don't really think there's anything bad here. You also have Kalinkin, which is a Dawn and Dusk spawn, just got a new hybrid with Gryposuchus. You have Meolania, which makes Mammolania, and then you have Titanoboa Gen 2, another Dawn Dusk spawn that creates a hybrid just new with 1.14. You're going to have 18 attempts over the 2 days, so secure as much DNA. There's nothing bad here. Whatever you're working on, go for that DNA. It's all good. In fact, that's going to kind of hold true for all the rarities for the creatures of the week. There are no bad options. Whatever you're working on, go for more of it. Friday, we have uniques. They're back. Ardentis Maxima. Not a bad option at all. Or you have Quetzalcoatl. You're only going to get 1 attempt at these, so make sure you are grabbing the DNA that you need the most. Saturday, you're going to have 1 attempt at a legendary creature. Indoraptor Gen 2, Ferocosaura, or Smylocephalosaurus. If I had to rank these, Indo Gen 2 and Ferocosaura are going to be the 2 that I would prioritize since you only get the 1 attempt. I personally would probably skip on Smilo, but that's just me. If you're working on Carbonimes, this could be beneficial DNA for you. And then on Sunday, you have 6 attempts at 4 different epic creatures, Carbonimes, Indominus Gen 2, Titanoboa, and Thiacolitator. Honestly, it is completely up to whatever you're working on this. If you're ranking them in a vacuum, I would say Indominus Rex Gen 2 is probably the best. I would say Thyla is going to be the best option for arena battles. Carbonimes has a really nice hybrid in smile enemies. And then Titanoboa makes 2 different hybrids, so you couldn't go wrong with that one either. Over the course of the week, you're going to have 5 attempts at rare strike towers, 3 attempts at epic strike towers, with Friday's attempt being Scutosaurus, one of the new creatures from 1.14. Really nice to see them incorporating a lot of the new creatures early in their life cycle. Wednesday's stat boost is going to be health. And then we have a new scent capsule. It is going to be the anniversary theme scent capsule. And in fact, today on Tuesday, I think there's one that you were gifted for free. So open that up. It will have these creatures in it. Really nice. I personally am going to keep at least one of them, but I think between Gigascents, I'm definitely going to find time to pop a couple of these off because the DNA coming out of them is just, it's really good. Now I'm going to say the following with a little bit of a caveat. And that is, if you have complaints about this week, before we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? Once we get there, I reserve the right to change what I'm about to say here. But if this week is like it says, and you find something to complain about, you should probably just uninstall the game. Because the only way that they could do a better week than this is if they completely break the balance of the game, and that's not fun for anybody. It might be fun for this week, but ultimately, you're going to end up hating it no matter how much you like it this week when you get to the arena and people have super high level things and people are passing you left and right. And then all of a sudden your creatures, just because you didn't dart as much as your neighbor did and they're passing you in the arena, you're not going to enjoy the week. That's what happened for St. Patrick's Day the first time around. So without breaking the game, this is going to be as good as it gets. Now, the reason why I say the caveat on all this is we've had weeks before where you could do legendaries or uniques and they were pretty much nowhere to be found. If it's that same type of situation, then yeah, you can be upset and voice your concerns. But before we get there, if you're looking at this calendar and you're like, this is trash, you got to find a new game. It's not going to get better. And having said that, let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. Do you think this is the greatest week ever that's realistic? Or did they just completely ruin their anniversary? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. And having said all that, if you look in the description below, there's a link for 50 free hard cash that comes from Ludia. They give it to me to pass on to you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's just a way of saying thank you for your support of this channel and the game. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. While you're there, if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the alert notifications so you know when the next video goes live on YouTube. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time. The first scenario we are going to look at is when Yoshi attacks first. Now Yoshi is going to be the faster of the two, so it will always go first. In this particular scenario, Yoshi is going to use Nullifying Strike to open. Majungda Boa is going to answer with Raking Counter and then throw up Shielding Decelerating Strike of its